All right. So we are going to start in happy pose. Lauren's actually already in it, so she's ready to rock over there. So we'll start, if you can, just placing one foot up and over on top of the other leg. Once you're there, you can kind of shift your weight. Sit yourself up nice and tall, stacking the spine. You're just gonna get a nice inhale in, shrugging the shoulders up. Exhale, we're drawing them down and back. So breathing in, shrugging up, exhale, down and back. We're gonna get one more of those. Inhaling in, exhaling, down and back. And then we're gonna do the same thing forward. So shrugging up, and then exhaling, dropping the shoulders forward. So 3 forward. And we're just trying to loosen up any tension you might have in the traps here. So breathing in, exhaling, and you're gonna drop your ear to your shoulder. Just really let this shoulder go. And then another nice deep inhale in on the exhale, other side. Great, so you're gonna take the hand behind your back, sitting up nice and tall, so the arm should look like this behind your back. And then you're gonna take the opposite hand on the top of your head, and as you exhale, you're just gonna pull the ear to the shoulder. Just a little deeper stretch here. And then we'll come up tall and we'll switch arms. So the other arm's gonna go behind your back. You're gonna go nice tall chest. Inhale in, exhale out. And just relaxing that trap, shoulder and neck. Awesome. You're gonna put your hands on your knees. You're gonna inhale in, open the chest, and on the exhale, you're just gonna relax back and roll. So you're just kind of rolling your chin to your chest. Inhaling in, sitting up. Exhaling out, holding onto those knees and rolling back a little bit. Coming up tall again. This time we're gonna take the hand to the opposite leg. Other hand's gonna go back. You're gonna open up the chest and just get a little side body stretch here. So remember, it's opposite hand to the opposite leg. There we go. And then we're gonna reach across your body again. Other hand goes back and you're twisting. Can't see you guys if I twist away from you, so. Good. So breathing in here, exhaling, we're gonna just walk your hands forward a little bit. Once you get to where you're comfortable, just drop the head and exhale that air out of your stomach. Then you're gonna walk those hands back up. Now you're gonna reach your hand just outside the knee. Same arm, same leg. The other arm's gonna go overhead. You're gonna breathe in, exhale, and you're gonna get a side body stretch. So just take this arm, slightly bend it, and feel that stretch along your side. Good, so breathing in, exhaling, opposite side, same deal. And then we're gonna switch again, exhaling, dropping the elbow. One more time. Good, from here, taking your hands, interlocking them, extending them out. You're gonna push your hands away from you, bring your chin to your chest, round the upper back. Come back up nice and tall, and then extend them up. Now up here, you can either keep them interlocked or you can just hold onto a wrist, and you're gonna get another side body stretch here. Tall chest, opposite hand to opposite wrist, little stretch. Great, hands are gonna open behind your head. This time we're gonna exhale, bring the chin to the chest and round that back. Release, come up nice and tall. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put our feet together. We're gonna start off pretty slow, doing some hip opening things. So feet are together, tall chest and butterfly. Taking a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, we're hinging forward, slight pressure on the knees. So just leaning forward, slight pressure on those legs. Coming up tall, you're gonna lean to one side. You're gonna pin that knee with the elbow. The other arm is just gonna put a little pressure on that leg, opening that hip. If you can, extend the arm. You might even want to bend and then extend the arm. Do like slight bend and extend as you exhale the arrow. And then we're going to switch sides. So pinning the leg with the elbow, exhaling and applying the pressure. And then like I said, if you can't get the arm all the way straight, you just do slight bend, extend and drop like 3 times. Inhaling in, exhaling out. And one more. Back to center. This time holding those toes, you're going to breathe in, exhale, and we're going to lean forward again. So a little more pressure on those legs. Try to get your back flat. I'm going to come on up, and we're going to extend those legs out in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall here. We're going to take one leg and pull it across the body for rocking the baby. So step 1, you're just going to pull that leg across. You're going to hug it, and you're going to sit up nice and tall here. So your spine is stacked over your hip bones. If this feels like enough, you can stay here, or you can bend the leg and kind of push this leg into your body more, still with a nice tall chest. You should feel it in your hip. Next step, you're going to take this foot and you're going to put it right into the elbow. You're going to interlock the fingers, tall chest, and you're rocking the leg. So front view here, just interlocking, gentle rocking, trying to loosen up those hips a little bit. Awesome. And then from here, we're going to put this leg down, and we're going to reach for the opposite foot. So if you can reach it, great. If you can't, you can use a shirt or something to put over the foot. But you're breathing in, exhaling, trying to bend the elbow. So with every exhale, you're trying to get closer to this leg. If you can interlock the fingers over the foot and drop the head all the way down to the knee, that's the full pose. But you're getting closer and closer with each exhale, getting all the air out of your stomach. Good, and then we're gonna come on up. We're gonna put your legs back together, and we're gonna do the opposite leg over. So other leg is gonna come across. You're gonna give it a hug. You're gonna sit up nice and tall here. And some of you might stay here. You might feel a deep stretch in your hip, and this is enough for you. Or we're gonna bend that foot, tall, tall, tall chest, getting a little deeper into the stretch. And if that feels fantastic, you can take this foot into that elbow crease, and you can gently rock with a nice tall chest. So just nice small movements, trying to open up that hip. Awesome. And then we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna take that leg, we're gonna drop it down, we're gonna flex this foot, and we're gonna reach for it. And if you can't reach it, you can use a strap, or you can just kind of hold on to the shin. So once again, that nice deep breath in, that exhale out, the elbow bends. And with each exhale, you're trying to get a little closer to the leg, Exhaling all the air out of your stomach and dropping that head closer and closer. And then you're just going to extend the leg that was bent to seated angle. So seated angle, knees and toes are both facing the ceiling. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just put your hands on your shins if you can reach them. You're going to get a nice tall chest and you're going to lean forward, just pushing your legs back. So just like hinge at the hips, lean forward, push the knees and toes back, and then you're going to come back up. You're going to exhale, push, and lean forward, and then come back up. And then we're going to reach for one foot just like we did with head to knee. So the other knee and toe should stay up. You don't want it to roll forward. Keep it up to the sky. Same thing here. We're taking that deep breath in. We're exhaling and bending the elbow. We're exhaling, trying to reach our hands over the foot. And we're exhaling and dropping our head as close as we can to that knee. And we're taking those arms all the way over to the other side. Same thing. Starting with just trying to bend the elbow. Trying to interlock. Exhaling that arrow. Good, then we're gonna come on back to the center. This time walking to where you're comfortable with your hands. You can go to your elbows here, wherever you're comfortable. You're trying to exhale the air out and walk to a position where you can feel a stretch, but it's not like hurting. Good, one more nice deep breath. Full exhale out. On the next inhale, you can walk those hands back in. Let's put our feet together here. Give them a little shake. Sit up real tall. Breathe in, exhale, and you're gonna reach for your feet. Now, wherever you're at is fine. You can hold on to your shins if you need to. If you've got your toes, you're exhaling and bending those elbows. With each exhale, just getting a little lower. Good, releasing, coming back up. We're gonna go back into that happy pose. We're gonna roll through to a tabletop position. We're gonna get a couple of cat-cows. So hands are underneath the shoulders. We're gonna exhale the air out. You're gonna let your stomach drop and your head's gonna come up. You're gonna take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna round the back like we were in the beginning, bringing the chin into the chest. Exhaling and releasing, head up. Inhaling, exhaling, pushing the ground. Relaxing back to tabletop. You're gonna flex your feet here. And you're gonna sit back to toes pose. So toes pose, you're just sitting right back on to your heels. Good, so in toes pose, what we're gonna be doing is just taking your arm and pulling it across, getting a little shoulder stretch in. So hand is just coming across your body like this. And then we're going to take the other arm, pull it across. Awesome. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to kick your toes out. So you're just going to take your toes and kick them on the mat. Then you're going to bring your toes together and you're going to sit back, extend the arms out for extended child. So just drop your head all the way down to the ground. From here, we're going to reach your hands to one side of the mat and extend your hips away from your hands. And then you're going to reach your hands to the other side of the mat, extend your hips away from your hands. You're going to come back to the center position. You're going to think about sending your hips up to the ceiling and opening your shoulders here. This is called extended puppy. And then after that, you're going to put your hands back, sitting back to extended child's. Reaching once again to one side and trying to stretch out that side of your body by putting your hand on top. And then you can switch to the other side. Back to the center. Coming back up to toes pose, so flexing those feet once again, sitting back, getting those shoulder stretches in. One arm across. And the opposite arm. And then we're going to kick out the toes. We're going to go back to cat-cow. So arms are nice and straight, stomach is dropping, head's going up. And then you're pushing the ground, pulling the chin to the chest and rounding the back. Dropping back down, head up. And then back into cat. Awesome. From here, back to tabletop. We're going to come down to your elbows. You're going to flex your feet. You're going to send your hips up. And we're just going to shift your weight side to side, stretching out the calves. Getting ready for all that running tomorrow in Murph. Figured I'd open up the hamstrings and the hips. And those calves. All right, so from here, one arm, the other arm, right up into downward dog. We're just gonna lift your one leg up and we're gonna pull it in for a pigeon. So just regular pigeon here, flexing the foot that's across your body, trying to get both hips to face the ground. And you can go on your elbows here and think about getting your hip bone of the leg that's back to face down. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take those arms and extend them out. We're gonna fold over that front leg, just exhaling the air, taking a few deep breaths down here. Just like we did with extended childs, we're gonna reach our hands. So you're gonna be reaching over the foot that's flexed and dropping your head or going wherever you're comfortable. You can be on your elbows, but you're over that foot that's flexed. And then we're gonna walk our hands over where the knee is pointing, and we're gonna reach over that. And then you're gonna lock your hands in, and you're gonna sit up nice and tall. So you should feel a stretch right here in this hip, in the back leg. And if this is enough, you can just stay here if you're feeling that. If you want to try king pigeon, what you're going to do with that back leg is you're going to pull it up. Oh. Now, once it's up, there's a couple things you can do. You can lift up your front arm and look over it with a focus, trying to balance. You can take it and put it in your elbow and interlock the fingers. Or you can simply just hold it, if that's enough, with your hand. Wherever you're at is fine.
I got a Charlie horse.
In your quad?
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, is it the back? Yeah. Oh, no, the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's usually where it would happen.
Oh,
all right, so we're going to slowly release the leg. You're going to flex the foot. You're going to step back into that downward dog. You're going to shift your weight here. Exhaling out. Going down to your elbows. Once again, getting into a little deeper calf stretch here. Exhaling. Dropping the heel. One side of my body is way tighter than the other. All right. Opposite leg up and in for that pigeon. So here in pigeon, foot is flexed, hips are even, going over the front leg wherever you're comfortable to your elbows or walking those arms all the way out. Hip bones to the ground. Head's gonna try to drop to wherever it can. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the other leg. So your hands are first gonna walk to where the toe is, reach over the toe and drop your head. That you should feel more in your hip or glute area. And then we're gonna walk our hands over the knee, and this should be more of the hip flexor and the back side. Or if you don't feel anything, it means you're not tight there, so that's fantastic. Coming back to center, walking those hands up, sitting up tall, and feeling the stretch in the hip flexor. Now, like I said before, you can stay here or you can try to go into king pigeon. So king pigeon, you're pulling this leg up, it's nice and straight, and you can just hold on to it. You can put it in your elbow, whatever you want to do. You can focus over that front hand, or you can keep your hands on the ground and just use them to balance. So we're gonna release. We're gonna flex the back foot. We're gonna push back into downward dog. And we're just gonna shift that weight side to side. Last time, we're going down to those elbows and getting into the calves a little bit here. Exhaling on one side, exhaling on the opposite. Back up to downward dog. We're gonna lift the leg. We're gonna swing it through, and we're just gonna come to low lunge. Good, so low lunge, we want our hips nice and even here. You can put your hands on your hip bones to make sure they're even. And you wanna pull your belly button into your spine, and then you wanna push that back hip forward. So right to where you're comfortable. Once you're here, you can put your hand on that front leg. You feel like you have your balance and you're pretty centered, you're gonna exhale those arms up. And then we're gonna forward fold. So we're gonna extend the front leg. We're gonna flex the foot. You're gonna exhale, and you're gonna relax over that leg. Now you might be up here still, that's fine. You can kind of put your hand on the leg, or your hands can be on the ground. My leg is shaking today. What's going on? Literally. No idea. All right. Back to that lunge position. We're gonna take the back leg, we're gonna straighten it. Take the hands here, bring it up to the front leg for high lunge. In high lunge here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna breathe in, we're gonna exhale, we're gonna reach those arms up to the sky. And we're also gonna do the same thing. We're gonna extend that leg, both feet forward, and you're gonna forward fold to wherever you're comfortable. So you're exhaling that air out, you're folding over that leg, reaching the hands back if you can. Taking that back leg, stepping it in, dropping the head, the neck, and the shoulders. Coming up to a flat back, so opening the chest. And then just dropping, exhaling all the air out. Good, we're gonna roll your body up to a stand. We're gonna sit back to Mighty Powerful. That chair pose. We're gonna do a big swan dive down. We're gonna bend those knees. You're gonna jump or step back to a plank. We're gonna chaturanga through, so drop to low push-up, and then push yourself through to upward dog. Listen, if you have any back pain, you shouldn't be here in upward dog. You can go to Sphinx, which is like a little bit less, or just go right to extended child. From upward dog, we're gonna go to downward dog. We're gonna lift the opposite leg, come into low lunge. So low lunge, same thing as the other side. You're gonna find those hip bones. You're gonna make sure they're both facing forward. You're gonna pull your belly button into your spine. And then you're gonna take that back leg and start pushing it forward. Making sure the knee stays back so it's not way over the toes. You can put your hands on the leg for the balance here. Make sure you're breathing and exhaling. Feeling that stretch in the back leg, hopefully. Then we get that deep breath in, the exhale out. We're gonna reach up with the arms. And then we're gonna exhale and fold over that front leg. So you're gonna pull the toe towards you, right? And you're gonna have a nice flat back over that leg. You can put your hands to the ground if you're comfortable. You can drop your head if you want. Or you can just stay here. Just exhaling out, feeling the stretch in the back of that leg here. Awesome. We're gonna shift our weight forward. We're gonna take the back foot, flex it, extend. Coming up to high lunge, hands on that leg, dropping the back hip. Once again, feeling the stretch in this hip. Breathing in, exhaling, reaching those arms up nice and tall. And then forward fold over the leg. So you also want your hips to be even here. If you need to stand up and then fold, you can do that. But you want your hips in the same spot. You're exhaling the air out. If you can get your nose to your shin, turn your hands towards your back feet. Back foot, sorry. And we're stepping the opposite foot in for an intense spine stretch here. Dropping the head, the neck, the shoulders, really just falling over those legs. Coming up to a nice flat back with an open chest. Exhaling and dropping back down. Rolling your body all the way to a stand. Sitting back to Mighty Powerful. You can lift your toes up, get down in that squatting position. Hey, buddy. I'm doing yoga, yeah. We're going to swan dive down. We're going to squat down. Good job, buddy. Good job for step back to plank. Awesome. We're going to lower to half push-up, push through to upward dog. Take those shoulders and make sure you roll them down and back. The chest is open. Pressing back to downward dog. So you're going to lift up the left leg. You're going to bend the knee. We've done this before, so you can either be here just opening the hip. If you're comfortable, you can turn it all the way around. Looking back at the back hand. And then that same leg is going to go whoop, swing right through to high lunge. Good, so this time in high lunge, we're bending that leg. Hands are going to go in prayer pose at your chest. We're going to rotate, so the opposite elbow is going to go to the knee. And then you're going to think about dropping that back hip. Nice job, guys. All right, stepping in for that forward fold. Coming up to a flat back. This time when you drop in, grab the elbows and let them pull you down. When you're down here, you can kind of be swaying side to side. You can have your knees slightly bent. You're just trying to exhale that air out. You get closer to those legs. Good. Let's roll it up. Back to that mountain pose. And then we're going to sit back to mighty powerful. Big swan dive down. Squatting down. Jumping or stepping back to plank. Chaturangaing through to upward dog. Pressing back to downward dog. Now the opposite leg is going to come up. It's going to be flexed. You're going to open that hip. If you can, turn it around. And then we're going to swing that leg through. It's coming back through to high lunge. Good. So I'm just going to turn back to prayer pose. Rotate, elbow outside the knee. Pushing into the knee and then extending the back leg and dropping that hip. Awesome. You're going to step in forward fold. We're going to come up to a nice flat back. You're going to exhale that air out, grab the elbows and gently rocking side to side. Roll it all the way up. Good. We're going to sit back to mighty powerful. We're going to swan dive all the way down. Squat down. Jumper step back. Chaturanga right through to upward dog. Press back to downward dog. This time we're going to go on our toes. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to jump and land, and we're going to forward fold. We're going to come up to that nice flat back. This time when you drop down and exhale, take your hands and put them under your toes. And think about with each exhale, just bending your elbows a little bit more. Really drop your head and your neck here. Good. Taking those hands out slowly, rolling it all the way up to a stand. When you're up here, you're going to separate your feet. So almost like in a outside of a squat position, more of a kettlebell swing. So from here, we're just going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to exhale out. We're going to bend our knees. So it should be like a wide stance squat. You're going to take your hands and you're going to put them on your legs if you can. We're going to exhale and lean our shoulder forward. We're going to inhale up. We're going to exhale, lean our shoulder forward, push the knee back. Inhale up. Exhale, lean and push. Inhale up. Exhale, lean and push. Exhale up. Stand up nice and tall here. Inhaling in, exhaling out, and forward folding with your feet apart. And you can continue to walk them out a little bit. What you're going to do as you exhale, you're going to try to get your head as close as you can to the ground. So bend the arms. You can even hold on to the legs and pull yourself down. Good. From that center position, you're going to put some pressure on your hands. You can step your feet in just a little bit. And then we're going to reach over to one side. So on that one side, you're going to turn the foot towards the wall so your hands are even on each side. You're going to exhale and drop your head. You're going to inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Then walk your hands to the other side. Turn that foot. Turn this foot to the wall. Same thing. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, drop 3 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Last drop. Walk your hands back to the center. Send yourself up again. Squat yourself back down. Make sure your toes are out. Hands, so this time if you can, try to get your hands inside and your fingers back. I don't know if everybody's able to do that. If you need to go up on your toes, you can. It's a little harder on your toes. So from here, same thing. Exhale, drop the shoulder, push the knee back. Inhale up. Exhale, drop, and you should feel this stretch in the inside of your legs. Inhale up one more time. And up. Exhale. And up. Stand up. Forward fold down. You can walk your feet out. If you can, walk your hands all the way through those legs. Head down. If you want to have some real fun here, you can go right up to a headstand. Depends on how soft your surface is. But you can put your hands here, head down, right up to a straddle headstand. And straddle back down, all the way up. Super fun, right?
Really for that.
All right, you can come up to the front of the mat. We're going to squat back down. We're going to jump or step back. We're going to chaturanga through. And we're just going to sit back to extended child. Head down. Knees out. We're going to end with our big toe pose and some side stretches. So what I'm going to have you do is just kind of swing yourself through here. Bring yourself up to the front of your mat. We're going to grab your knees and we're going to roll yourself back into window leaving. Head dropped, knees to the chest. We're going to extend one leg out. The other foot is flexed. And you're going to extend it to the ceiling, either putting a strap around it, holding to the toe, and extending it up, or just holding behind your shin. Head should be back. You're inhaling in, exhaling, stretching that leg, feeling the stretch in the back of the leg. Good, this same leg is going to come into your chest. You're holding that knee. You're going to take the leg You're gonna drop it across your body, so the foot and knee are on the ground. You're gonna hold the knee, so pin the knee down. Your hand's gonna touch the ground with the knee pinned down. You're gonna exhale and just open to where you can. So inhale, touch. Exhale, open. Inhale, touch. Exhale, open. We'll do one more. Inhale, touch. Exhale, open. Awesome. So now we're going to come back to your back. Opposite legs out. Other foot is flexed. Bringing it to the ceiling. You can grab the back of your calf or your hamstring, or just holding on to the toe or the whole foot if you feel like it today. Inhaling in, exhaling, stretching. Trying to relax the back of this leg. One more nice deep breath here. And bring the knee into the chest. So remember, you're gonna pin the leg down with the arm, the opposite arm. The leg that's pinned down, that same arm is gonna reach over, and then you're gonna open that chest and exhale out. And we're doing 4 of these, so inhaling in, reach, exhaling out, open. Inhaling and reach, exhaling, open. One more awesome one. And then you're gonna take both knees into your chest, hugging them. From here, you're gonna take your right hand to the left knee, left arm out, and drop both legs across your body. Should feel the stretch in your side or your hip, depending on what's tighter. Lower back area, some of you might feel it. And switch sides, hand to the knee, arm out, drop those legs. Awesome. All right, so from here, you're gonna take both legs and then extend them out into corpse. We'll do a little breathing meditation just to work on relaxing your body with your breath. So if you want, you can turn your lights off. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But you're gonna try to lay in corpse pose. So corpse pose, you're on your back and your feet are hip width distance apart. Your arms are by your sides, shoulders are rolled down and back, hands are facing up. So it's kind of like that tall mountain pose, but on your back. So you're just gonna lay down and relax. Take a few minutes to relax your body. You're gonna try to make sure that your nose is lined up with your belly button so your spine is straight while you're lying there. Like I said, your feet are gonna be hip width distance apart. Your hands will be facing the ceiling, so palms up by your sides, and you're rolling your chest down and back. So once you've got into corpse pose, you're in a nice comfortable position. You're just gonna take 3 nice deep breaths. So we're gonna try to breathe in through the nose, fill your stomach all the way up with air, and then just exhaling all that air out through your mouth. So a nice deep inhale in, filling the stomach and lungs, and then a full exhale out. Another nice deep inhale in, filling the stomach, the lungs, and a complete exhale out. On the next exhale, you're going to start thinking about relaxing your feet. So as you're exhaling the air out in the next few breaths, think about letting your heels sink down into the floor, allowing your feet to relax and kind of drop open. With the next few breaths, you're going to focus in on your calves and the muscles behind your knees. So taking a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale out, you're going to allow these muscles to loosen and lengthen. Kind of think about just letting go. Deep inhale in, letting go on the exhale. Letting the muscles that align your shins loosen, your calves, and all the way up to behind your knees. And you're going to continue to let that relaxation travel all the way up to the big muscles of your thighs and your hamstrings. You're going to breathe in relaxation to this area, and you're going to exhale out any tension, any soreness. Start thinking about allowing those muscles to soften, to loosen, to lengthen, and to take up more space. As they're relaxing, they're relaxing further and further into the floor, the mat beneath you. And you're going to let the relaxation travel all the way up to your hips and your lower back area. Think about breathing your breath right into this area and then exhaling out any soreness or tightness. You're going to be breathing in relaxation and exhaling out tension. Allowing your lower backs and your hips to soften. In the next few breaths, you're going to focus in on the muscles along your spine. Breathing in relaxation to this area, exhaling out tension. Allowing these muscles to lengthen. Feeling them lengthening and loosening as you exhale out. Allowing them to soften and relax. And you're going to let that relaxation travel up to your shoulders. As you inhale in, and you're going to exhale out, allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. Allow that tension to dissipate. Inhaling in relaxation and exhaling out tension. Letting those muscles soften. And let that relaxation travel all the way down your arms, to your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, and your fingers. Letting your fingers just kind of curl up in your hands. Next, just focusing in on your neck. Inhaling in and exhaling out, allowing the muscles in the front, the sides, and the back of your neck to loosen. Allowing your neck to be nice and long. Finally, just focusing in on your head. Letting your head drop into the mat. Just releasing your head. Letting go. Letting the temples and the sides of your head soften. Your jaw muscles relaxing. The tongue just resting behind your teeth. You're going to let your eyes rest behind your eyelids. Just taking a few more deep breaths, allowing your entire body to relax. And once you're nice and relaxed, we're going to take some time to come out of this relaxed state. So we're going to re-energize your body. What I'm going to have you do is just start wiggling your fingers, opening and closing your hands and rolling your wrist around. You can flex and point your feet, wiggle your toes, roll those ankles around. Just start making some small movements. Dropping your right ear to your right shoulder, left ear to your left shoulder. When you're ready, just bringing those knees up into your chest and give them a big hug. Gently rocking your body side to side. Picking your spine back up. You'll just turn over to your right side when you feel good. And you're going to use your hands to slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. Awesome. Namaste, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Thank you.
Hopefully we're going to have a fantastic long weekend, right?